Naruto is a great series, but far from perfect. It has many issues over the course of the series. But even with all these issues, it is adored by many from all over the world, including me. In this rewrite, I will attempt to fix all those problems, and even add some things that I think will amplify the plot. I'll try my best to do all of this. It's my first time mentioning this, but I do want writing to be my career. This is great practice. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Naruto, an orphan loser kid who has no talent at all, trying to become a full-fledged ninja. Naruto was running away from 3 men called shinobi, but as my first change, they will be seasoned genin instead of chunin. Naruto will be caught by a Ruka as in canon. I did this to show that Naruto is not yet close to chunin level, but because of his hard work can outspeed genin. In his talk with Iruka will mention the Sage of Six Paths when he gets annoyed with Naruto. This is to slowly introduce the gods of the series. The lecture will be pretty similar to the original, but will show Iruka as even more of a bigger brother. We next see Naruto training for the big day of his graduation test. We see him passing out while practicing the clone illusion jutsu, being able to form 1 clone illusion. The next day, Naruto shows up early. We get reactions from all the classmates. The exams are extended from the canon. There's a physical test, which Naruto passes with flying colors, a written portion, which Naruto managed to get a 72% on, and others' dismay. Next, there's a battle, which at random Naruto and Sasuke are chosen. Here we see different characters' personality as they react to the fight. Naruto tries his hardest, and even pulls out a surprising C-rank jutsu called Chakra Spike. Jutsu description. Chakra spikes come out of the ground and attack the opponent. But even with this, Naruto loses. There's more to this fight than just the fight. We also get some hints that Naruto and Sasuke used to be close due to dialogue. Due to this fail, Naruto knows that he has to pass the final portion to become a genin. The final portion has 3 jutsu that you have to perform. The camouflage jutsu, the substitution jutsu, and the clone illusion jutsu. Naruto passes the first 2, but since he can only perform 1 clone illusion, he fails the 3rd, because the requirement is 3. After this point, the rest of the arc is pretty much the same, with only a few changes ranging from minor to major. The minor being instead of Naruto failing the graduation test 3 times before, he failed the practice test 3 times before, and we will get more reactions from other characters. The major will be that Iruka will use some elemental jutsu to wear down Mizuki, so that instead of the multi-shadow clone jutsu, Naruto will learn the regular shadow clone jutsu, and can only make 10 clones. Mizuki is taken out with the shadow clone jutsu. The resolution is the exact same. This will further Naruto and Iruka's brotherly relationship. Next, Naruto meets Konohamaru relatively the same way, with a few minor changes. 1, we learn the Sarutobi clan has relations to monkeys. 2, Naruto introduces Konohamaru to the god of ramen. Naruto even mentions Sasuke as a rival, and Naruto teaches Konohamaru a few taijutsu moves. To end things off here, we have the bell test. Here we see Naruto and Sasuke butt heads, which will make you wonder why they went from friends to rivals. Naruto shows more tactics in his fight against Kakashi, including the Chakra Spike Jutsu and the basic Academy Jutsus. In Naruto's introduction, we get more about training as a hobby, and finally, let's end this arc off on a high note. Naruto will mention a god clan referring to the Otsutsuki when referring to the Uchiha. Oh, yeah, and, Sakura is useful when she casts the Genjutsu that does nothing on Kakashi, which does nothing to Kakashi. Yeah, useful. Next is the Land of Waves, a perfect Naruto arc, but even with this perfection, I do want to add things. Let's start on a high note. Before Naruto goes to the Land of Waves, we see him train once again. And we even see him teach himself a new jutsu, the Weapon Shadow Clone Jutsu, which is basically the Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu, but I don't know why it was called Shuriken Shadow Clone, because you can use it with every weapon, so. And as another change, Naruto will act less bratty, and will want to go on a higher rank mission to push himself. Sakura will mostly keep her personality, what little there is of it, but will be a little nicer, and will be less exaggerated for her love of Sasuke. Her love for Sasuke will only be half of her character. The other half will be a civilian trying to be a great Konoichi. And along the arc will show that she wants to grow towards that goal. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura's plans to release Kakashi will be more complicated. The first part of the plan will be the same, but when Zabuza dodges the second Shuriken, he gets caught in a B-rank Genjutsu cast by Sakura. Once he obviously breaks out of it, the Shuriken transforms into Naruto and makes Zabuza move with his newly learned weapon Shadow Clone Jutsu. Next is the training in the middle of the arc. During this training, Kakashi asks the third Hokage for backup, but since Kakashi can't yet reveal the severity of the mission, Kakashi knows that they will probably be sent Genin. During the canon, Team 7 only learned tree walking. Here, each of them will learn something new. Sakura, an A-rank Genjutsu. Sasuke, a hotter fireball jutsu called Extreme Flame Jutsu, an A-rank fire jutsu. And finally, Naruto learns how to infuse weapons with chakra, so his weapon Shadow Clone Jutsu will be more deadly. Away from Naruto and Sasuke, while Zabuza is talking to Haku, Zabuza mentions that it is said that the Sharingan descends from a god clan. When the fight starts is when backup shows up, Team Kurenai. While I won't go over it, opponents are introduced to give them more screen. They will fight these. This is so we can give side characters more screen time. Here we see a little bit of what they can do. Hinata, Kiba, and Shino, like in the original. Naruto and Sasuke fight Haku. Here we see them use every ability they know, and find out that they used to be best friends, but one day, Sasuke started to distance himself from Naruto. Now I can watch them slowly becoming friends again. Sakura shows some use when her and Shino defeat Zabuza's clone. The resolution is exactly the same. Naruto's Nindo has now been formed. Well, folks, that's the end of part 1 of my Naruto rewrite. But if you want to hear more, I want to ask you a couple questions. Did you guys enjoy the rewrite? I really want to know, since I put a lot of effort into it. If you had problems with it, can you please tell me in the comments? The goal of this series is to fix the problems of Naruto, so please give your constructive criticism in the comments. Also, I will make longer parts in the future. Do you guys think all the changes I made are necessary? Well, that's goodbye. You know the deal. There are buttons. Please press them. Bye, geeks.